What's up, everybody? We got Adam Valdez here doing deck profile for Jesus Fraire. And what'd you do, Jesus?
So I got top 32 this last weekend in Salt Lake City, Utah, at the YCS, and I'm playing Magicians. So let's get into it.
Awesome.
So I'm playing 3 Wisdom Eye Magician. Obviously, you know, this tutors out every Magician, so obviously I play that. 1 Oath Dragon. The reason I don't play more than 1 is because I usually want to just leave them in scale to recoup my advantage. And grind games usually don't happen anymore. Like, grind games are usually just from the extra deck. You don't really need your scales at that point. Plus, you don't really want wins because I play FTK. I also play 3 Harmonizing. High scales are needed, and this just does a lot when you have brick hands. 3 Black Rings. You use your graveyard a lot now because you can just overlay into stuff, and this recoups a lot of your advantage. The best card in the deck, Purple Poison. This literally outs every single problematic deck, rogue matchups, and gets over a lot of problem cards.
Okay.
I play 2 of the worst cards in the deck. I have to play these because a lot of people are cutting this one because you never really want to scale Astrograph. But there's a lot of times where you have to scale Astrograph to get into your plays because you need that extender, because you don't really want to make a board Pendulum Summon before Electromite. And then also I played 3 Chronographs, which is also pretty good. That's it for the Magicians.
How do you feel about Astrograph? You think it's gonna get hit?
I hope not, but it definitely is on the list of cards that should probably get hit because it's so broken.
Any replacements if it does get hit to 2/1 or band?
No, not really. I think we just got to focus on more extenders like Curtain Raiser, more Mythical Beasts, and just free summons, and make more less premium boards and just more subpar boards. Because we can't just turbo. Without this card, we can't really turbo. After that, I play the Mythical Beast engine. So I play 2 Jackal, 2 of this card that I still don't know how to pronounce, and 3 Cerebus. And a lot of people are asking me why I play this card. And so I decided that this card's easy to side out game 2 and 3, and so that I minimize my engine to 2 and 2. But game 1, I really want to open this card, so I need it at 3 of. But if I open up like a Cerebus and a Jackal, which happens a lot game 1, then this basically tutors it out so that I can shuffle this back, which is non-Pendulum Summonable, and be able to put this in my extra deck to have a stronger Pendulum Summon and a more consistent hand.
Okay, cool.
Then I played probably the second best card in the deck.
Spicy tech.
So Normal Summon effect helps you a lot when you have 2 extenders and they Ghost Ogre your Electromite. Then you can just Normal Summon this, make another one, and your board is gonna just end up stupid broken. Or if you were able to go through 2 Astrographs and then get this in your hand on either your 3rd Astrograph, or if you hard drew it, you can get both your Astrographs back to hand. Special summon out the Stargazer with one of the Astros, copy an Astrograph, so you get 2 monsters on board by using just 1. And that's also the reason I play this guy, is because you pop Astrograph a lot by using this card in the combo. And it's just stupid broken. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's a 5 scale and 300. So sometimes when you're trying to go like for easy games and just OTK, you can't. And also on brick hands, you'll end up with a lot of scale 5s. So, you know, it just sometimes it'll brick you, but it's just too good. Then I play FTK, so I play the Darkworm engine. A lot of people are playing 2 of these. I don't like 2 of these because I never really want to pop this and search it with Astrograph. I just want to do it at the FTK with it or Pendulum Summon it for a 7, rank 7. 3 of these because, you know, I play Hamster, so I gotta maximize all my cards I can send to the extra deck. Sometimes, so when they Ghost Ogre my Electromite, I'll send this to the extra deck, Normal Summon Rescue Hamster, and Special Summon the other 2 so I can maximize my level 4 Darks without having to use any of my Magicians, which are good top decks.
And one question about that. How do you feel being the worst scum of the earth playing Burn FTK?
It feels great. You know, being able to still game 1s with this card, and just basically if you win the die roll and you're playing against True Dracos or the Mirror that don't really mean a lot of hand traps, you basically get free game 1s, and then game 2, you know, it doesn't matter if you don't open optimally, because game 3 you can side correctly to go first or to go second and just, you know, win the match at that point. So that's what really helped this tournament, is being able to turbo through my deck and either set up 4 negate boards or FTK them straight off the bat and go second and be able to out every board. And then I play Foolish Burial and Dragon Shrine. I really like these cards. My deck has a lot of free summons, so I was playing 2 before the event, but I decided to cut it 1 for 1. And Foolish Burial is also better than Dragon Shrine in terms of it can send any dark spellcaster to be special summoned with Black Fang, which is really good in late game. Also, sometimes you just draw this for your turn, you already have an established board, and Black Fang and Scale, and this will just help, help bring OTKs or work through back rows without having to use a Pendulum summon, so you can play around Strike. And then I play 2 Allures for consistency. I don't like Desires because I do play Instant Fusion and only one of them. So if I do have the FTK, but I need to, if I drew say if this was part of Desires, and I was 1 card away from the FTK, then I banish my FTK. I then have to make an either subpar board, or just not be able to make a board at all because I risked banishing those cards.
All right.
And that's it for the main deck. And then I'll go to the extra deck. The extra deck I played 3 Electromite. Obviously I'm playing the turbo build. Playing the turbo build really helps me go second because I can just do my same board of 3 Electromites. Then I can go into a Firewall and basically out a board and push for game while gaining resources just in case they stop any of my plays. I play an Ib and Firewall, which is the really great board. Ib is broken. It stops board wipes as well as it really makes them pick through your board, so they can't just out the Firewall, they can't out this by battle, so it's it makes them pick. Sometimes I was making boards with just this, Firewall, and a Vortex, and it would just like I said, board wipes I wouldn't really care about because I would just Firewall something from my grave to gain me advantage, let this die and still have a negate, instead of using my Vortex negate, so I play around evenly and whatnot. I played Zephyra. This card was broken. A lot of people were letting me get the free pluses off this when something dies. So it was really good. Borreload. I think I've only made it once. And I made it once because I misplayed. Because I forgot that I already used this. And so I had to go into this. And so basically my board was Borreload and Nightmare. And which is a terrible board, I'm going to say. And for some reason he scooped. I don't remember exactly why. All I know is that he misplayed himself, but he just got so tilted. And he probably could have still won that game, but he got so tilted that he just scooped and went to game 3. And then I was able to open up FTK because he let me go first for some stupid reason.
All right.
Underclock Taker. In testing, comes up a lot. In tournament, it didn't really come up too much, but it came up enough where I wouldn't cut it.
Best common from the set.
Yep. Number 38, this card's broken, but at the same time, I wasn't making 4 negate boards way too much during the tournament. I was either FTKing them or making a 3 negate board without this and just using Jackal, but this card is stupid broken. Alright, and then I play Nightmare. The reason I play Nightmare is because you can make a subpar board with this and an absolute or a Vortex, and it'll still be 3 interruptions because this can interrupt your opponent twice and it flips everything, not only 1 card, which is stupid broken. And then I play Absolute, which helps go into Vortex, which Vortex is just, this card's just so good. You can set up your board. It has 3,000 defense, so it's really hard to get over. And when you're going for game, it's a bounce and a negate. So that just came up a lot where I would bounce something, they'd interact, and then I would negate their response, and it would just this card's just broken. Then I play 2 of Starving Venom because I play this card and I like FTKs, and this card is so for the YCS they're making a ruling where you can target this on field, which I don't know is correct or not, but that really helped because I was making some boards where I had to leave this on field to get the FTK, and every FTK that I did this tournament, I hard drew Instant Fusion, which is really weird. Usually you have to do a whole combo, but yeah, I FTK'd day 1 5 times and day 2 3 times, and it was just absurd because all those times it was because of Instant Fusion in hand, not because I actually have skill. And then I'll do
what even is skill?
Exactly. I'll do side deck now. So for the side deck, I played 3 Twin Twisters. This is really good against the Chudraco deck. Also, sometimes against Pendulum Magician player. If I didn't know if they were going to force me to go first or second. Against the Magician players that played the Trap card, I would side this in. so that I can hit their trap card and their purple poison straight off the bat and not have to play through that interruption.
You didn't want to play Cosmics instead?
Sometimes Cosmics came up, but there was a lot of times where they would have more than like obviously one set card that I wanted to out. Against like True Dracos, they would have like 2 floodgates or whatever, and I would just want to clear more of them out right away. Like they would have like an anti-spell set and the trap card to tribute. So I would want to activate this in standby when they activate their anti-spell, so that I can just clear out both of those and be able to play for free. Then I played 3 Called by the Grave. This card is like the best side deck card because it literally outs everything. Like I played this against the Spiral matchup, and I hit his hand traps, and then I drew another one, and he had the Chopping Grave and a Super Agent on field. So I knew I had game, and I knew he was going to try to like reborn the Super Agent so he doesn't die that turn, or he was going to disrupt my scales. And this was just able to out that, and because it's a DD Crow at the same time, it's not only just the negate. Also helps go second against True Dracos because you can activate it against like their Maiden if they have one in grave, so that they don't get the plus off of that, and you don't have to be worried about a Masterpiece that turn or the traps popping that turn. I also play 1 Humongous and 2 Raw Sphere modes. I did not like the ratio of this during tournament because a lot of people weren't doing the 4 negate boards or making enough for the roster mode to be viable. So I think I'm going to switch it to 2 Humongous and 1 roster mode, because I can still slide all 3 in on the matchups that I would want a roster mode. Because with 4 cards, I can still play through a lot of, or with 5 cards going second, I can play through a lot of their boards if I had just 1 card to stop one of their negates or one of their interruptions against like True Dracos. And that would help. I mean, I don't have to auto win with Raw Sphere mode, but like I can still work for it with a Humongous. I also play 3 Cherries because the mirror match, without this, you don't really have to try too much unless they set up like absurd boards and your hand's just garbage. And then I play 3 Evenly Matched because I don't like dealing with boards, and we don't need our battle phase to deal 8,000 damage.
Yeah, rich people problems.
Exactly. But that was it for the deck profile.
Alright, cool. Any last shoutouts?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out my team, Real World Games, Adam Valdez behind the camera for helping with the channel and supporting me. Everyone on the team, in particular Jefferson Delaney, he's my testing partner. He allows me to get a lot of my theories confirmed or declined to help me, figure out what I want to play. And I want a huge shout out to Leo Naya for winning the event. His store, Lunar Game Studios. I go there to test all the time. That's where I get better. And you really deserve the win. I'm glad you got it through years and years of playing. So shouts out to you, and that's it.
Alright. Thanks everybody for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.